How much are you looking forward to this challenge tomorrow night, and what do you hope to get out of it, obviously, apart from a good win, hopefully?
Yeah, look, we're looking really forward to the game. You know, it's a challenge that us and the boys need, playing against men in the Trust Trophy. So boys are looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll walk away into the next round.
How have you found the games programme that's been put together so far, and how beneficial do you think it's been for you over the last couple of weeks and months?
Yeah, so far I've really enjoyed it. I think obviously, you know, it can come to a point where maybe we're struggling to get games, but I think obviously in terms of the games that we've played so far, they've been top standard, playing against the best European teams in the country. You know, obviously like going down to Man City, and I think when you go down to these places and you compete, it's obviously better because we're coming away with good results. And I think that these are the type of games that we've needed.
How do you feel you've competed in some of those games against the big English sides? How do you feel you've competed, and how do you feel you've progressed through these matches?
Yeah, I think we've done really well. I don't think we've looked out of place at all. We've obviously the Man City game conceded late on, and ultimately when we've went down there, I think we've done really well. And some games we've come out the better side, and teams have probably came away thinking a bit surprised with how we've been playing against them.
Do you feel these games are more beneficial in terms of preparing you to get back into that first team environment that perhaps the Lowland League wasn't, just in terms of challenge and like bringing you on physically and mentally as well?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think obviously the Lowland League brings a wee bit different to the games we're playing at the minute, but I think these games that we're playing, we're competing against players who are also trying to get into some of the best teams in England, trying to get into their first team. So I think obviously in terms of that, this is getting us ready for the next part of our career.
What kind of first team involvement have you had this season, and what kind of interaction you had with the manager, training sessions, that type of thing?
I've had a few training sessions so far, so it's been good and good feedback from the staff, so I've enjoyed it.
I think that the manager said towards the end of last season, it's about when you obviously play the games and you want to win and perform well in them, but when you get that shot in a training session, that's just as important. Like, you have to go down there and show you're at that level and try and catch his eye as well. Is that how the boys always see it? No, anytime they get that chance?
Yeah, of course. I think every day you come into the building, you should just be expecting that you're going to train around there. I think whenever you get the shout, it shouldn't come to you as a surprise. I think you should just be ready. But obviously, in terms of going around there, we need to be at our best and show the manager and his staff why they should maybe pick us for their squads.
Is there any of the first team boys that have been helpful to you and giving you advice or arm around the shoulder or anything like that, and you can close to around there?
I think over my few years at the club, I think there hasn't been many that aren't helpful towards the younger players. Like, picking out names, you probably couldn't, because there's the majority of them do sort of give you a helping hand and sort of tell you, like, this is where you need to be at. And if you're not at that standard, they'll be quick to tell you as well.
Just in terms of another famous Northern Irishman, Stephen Davis, something that's a big inspiration to you?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, you know, being the Northern Ireland captain, you look up to him. He is inspirational for all the Northern Irish boys that are here, and he's a great guy as well. Whenever you go round, he'll talk away to you and give you as much feedback on you yourself, and obviously help you, because he's had one of the best careers.
So having that feedback and having that advice for a young player trying to make it in the game just must be an invaluable resource to have.
Yeah, of course, it spurs you on a wee bit, so it does. Obviously, getting feedback from someone that's so well thought of at the club, you know, especially when he's being Northern Irish as well, it's something sort of in common with him that you can get along with him.
For games like tomorrow, perhaps a counterbalance for a lot of youth players going out on loan, but is tomorrow an example of the fact that you can stay here and still play against Scottish League One opposition a plus for you? Yeah,
I think obviously, you know, getting to a certain age, maybe players do feel like they need to go out on loan. I think people's pathways are different, so you could say that, yeah, but getting to play in these games is sort of a bonus and a positive on why you stay around the building. And obviously getting the chances around with the first team as well that you might not get if you're out on loan.
And teammates like Bailey Rice getting into the first team squad yesterday and obviously getting on at Ibrox, is that an inspiration for you and something you hope to achieve this season?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously seeing Bailey getting on and Zach on the bench, it spurs you on and makes you sort of think that the chances are there, and it's more than possible.
What are you expecting from Alloa in terms of, do you think it'll be more physical, or are you expecting maybe a tougher game than the best games, or do you reckon it'll be about the similar level?
No, I think they'll bring different challenges to teams we've played so far, and I think that's the next step of our careers, taking different teams, you know, and adapting to their different play styles, you know, because it's different football at the end of the day. So I think it's just something we need to adapt to.
And there's the carrot of playing Airdrie in the next round as well, obviously a championship team after League One. How motivational do you think that can be for both yourself and the boys?
Yeah, definitely. We want to play as high teams as we can go, you know, so that'll sort of spur us on tomorrow night against Alloa and sort of think, look, that's where we want to be. We want to play against these championship teams and we want to compete with them.